Hey guys, how's it going? It's XRP Lambos for Life, bringing you another cryptocurrency video. I just want to make a quick little statement here that my name is Irony. It's all irony. I know what I'm doing here in this market, but my name is to throw off any people that are looking for some quick get-rich-quick schemes. I'm not trying to cater to the people in this market that are dumb. Okay? If you're watching my videos and you're continuously watching my videos, I would label you as extremely smart and extremely diligent. And yeah, so moving on. Bitcoin has clearly broken the rising wedge here, as we were anticipating. In my last video, we were expecting this to be the rising wedge that we were looking for, a break to the upside, and then a fake out. That didn't happen. Now we have a bigger rising wedge, and we got the fake out up and the breakdown. Why is that important? Because we've been looking at this fractal from COVID for some time, and the fact of the matter is that we had that fake out right here, and now we are slipping back out. And that's exactly what's been going on. The structure is the same, 5 waves up, A, B, C, D, E for A, B, C, D, E, and E being capitulation. It is the same thing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, A, B, C, D, E in here for A, B, C, D, and now we have the rising wedge coming in here for capitulation to really take on over. This is going to be very hard to stomach if you're a holder. Again, say a quick prayer for you guys. Jesus, please protect the holder. I don't want to see them be sad or mad or angry. Please protect them from losing everything. Amen. All right, moving on to what is happening here on the shorter time frame. We had some kind of nice little bear flag in here, and now we're coming back and down. You could argue that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we get wave 5, but the fractal suggests that this is just an ABC, as does the SPX 500. And now the SPX 500 is about to open, which means one thing. And you know, you guys, like Lambo, your chart says it's going to come up to 6,100, and that is a small possibility. But I'm not leaning towards it. Not leaning towards it at all. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and take that off because I no longer think that's the possibility based off of Bitcoin and what Bitcoin is doing. Of course, this now looks like an ABC, and when stocks open tomorrow morning, it should be a bloodbath. You have to forgive me, I have allergies. You guys hear me sniffle all the time when I'm talking. That's because I'm talking pretty fast, and I gotta swallow and sniffle my nose because that's just what it's like over here where I live. We've got lots of allergies going on. But that's all right. So, yeah, we slipped the wedge. This looks really bad. Bitcoin target remains the same. Let's measure it out for wave 1 and 2. We got our wave 1 and 2. So does XRP, mentioned in my last video. XRP going to 7 cents, Bitcoin going to 7,000. Here we have 9,000 being the target. Looks good, $7,000 to $9,000. That's good for me. That's wave 1 and 2. So it should be going like this in here, guys. And I really appreciate you all coming in here to watch this video. Sorry if you were in my Discord and I left my Discord. Since no one was taking my advice, I decided that I was done wasting my time sharing all of my knowledge with you. But that's okay, because you can still chime in to when I make videos here. Anywho, it should be something like this, where we have a 5-wave structure in here, wave 3 being the biggest wave. No one is going to believe me right now, but when we do come down in here, no one will believe me when we are at the bottom. So if you have the guts and the glory, you would sell in this area. Anyway, you could sell here, you could sell here. For the most part, you could have sold anywhere in here. This is called distribution. This is called distribution. We have good news, Trump talking at Bitcoin conference. We got good ETF news. We had the ETF over here Bitcoin ETF. We had the Ethereum ETF. Where was it? Somewhere in here, Ethereum ETF. I don't remember that well. All at the top. Looks like an ABC. It is not. The SPX, terrible. The DXY, super bullish. Again, the dollar is about to make its move. And there is going to be a great reset, a great financial crisis coming to all markets. The $400,000 house that is on the market will soon be $100,000. Gold, same thing. That's not going to save you either. Also topping out here on the monthly time frame. Very, very ugly stuff. There's a chance that we could get a higher high. Although in structures like this, the highest probability is that the wave count falls apart towards the end. If you do follow what Elliott wave counts and theory, you would realize that you never really get a complete set of 5 waves in here for the last leg. Again, same thing as what we have been looking at on the SPX. We have reactions here at the 4.236 and now touching into 5. There's a reaction here. This was 2013, 14, 15, 16. Big reaction. You may be seeing a lot of ads right now for trading, a lot of ads right now for the gold market, a lot of ads for how people can help you make money in the stock market. They do all this when we are topping. We have the beautiful double top coming into resistance here. The SPX, same thing, same sequence, guys. Look at this. You know, you can't ignore 5.618 or the 4.236. Just some small examples here. Didn't quite reach it, but you draw it. Got pretty close. There you go. Hits it, 4.236. Big crash. Where do we go? Right around these yellow lines. I mean, I'm sorry, these blue, purple lines. Saw it on Ethereum as well. Going to Ethereum, same story, guys. Same story. We draw it out. We got pretty close. Whatever. Almost, not quite. Come back down to the yellow lines. We could try SHIB. Lambo, no way. You're going to draw Shiba Inu. It's pretty irrelevant. But it's not. You could take any grip in here. Does this grip work? Wow, it does. Look. 4.236, rejection. Here on the SPX, we went to 4, but we only pulled back to 3. That was insufficient. So we broke up higher on this because we pulled back more. Again, 4.236, big crash down, big Great Depression. Same thing on Solana. We go to Solana. No one is safe from the 4.236. It also calls the bottom. Look, I mean, I used, this is old. I was using one of the top grips up here. Again, confluence, reversal. We go into, let me get a chart where I can see everything. Showing you guys the confluence of the 4.236. And that's really ugly. Oh, that's super ugly, actually. We just ABC'd up. That's a top. That's now wave 1 and 2. And now we're going to go wee all the way back down. To me, this is A, B, C. So we could expect $4 Solana. Again, here taking the grip closest to the top. It is the same story. Look at this. You have confluence on 4, and then you have confluence on 5, and then the Great Depression, or in this case, the big crash happens. In this case, it will be the Great Depression. Given that on this chart, and we would be lucky if it happened sooner on the SPX, because if it doesn't, there will be no bottom for crypto, and crypto will go to 0. That's right. We can test it out here. That was 21. That is 21. So 1 year up, and then about 2 years down. So we can probably do the same calculations on the SPX 500 to figure out how long the Great Depression is going to take. And you guys are going to absolutely not like this. And from the grip, it took, this is the weekly chart, so 900 weeks. That was 10 years. 10 years, it's 17. Wow, about 15 years, 17 years. So we can expect that if we don't have a major crash straight down, which would be awesome, but more than likely, what's going to happen is that we have twice as long. So we had, in this one, we had 800 bars. So we can expect 1,600 bars to come in here. And we're going to have to zoom out even further. And what do we get? The great financial crisis. Right now it's fine. Everything's okay. Even here, everything's okay. But we're going to have to take some time to get down into these support levels. This would be my first support level. This would be my second support level of the SPX 500. Given that this is going to take, given that it took 17 years for the run-up, we can multiply that by 2 based off of Solana calculations and say that the Great Depression will last anywhere between 30 to 45 years. So we're going to go ahead and do the calculations and say that from 2025 would be the top, and in 25 years you would have the bottom. So probably around 2050, where I will be a pretty old, I'll be 50, 60-year-old man. I'll probably be a 60-year-old man by the time we bottom. And it would be pretty irrelevant for me to even consider buying, because by the time the market recovers at all, I would probably be dead. So it wouldn't really matter. But I'm here to tell you guys, if you care, you can go ahead and trade this. You're like, Lambo, that's a huge crash. Not really. You take into times you guys have had 100 years to buy and make money. That's 53,000% to the upside. The SPX gave 70,000% to the upside. What happens when you have 70,000% to the upside? Now we could still get alt season as the SPX is bleeding. We could get some support from the SPX after a big crash, and crypto could have a alt season. I'm betting on that. But you guys know that when we do have some kind of crazy 70,000% to the upside, here as an example for XRP, we got to at least have a 97% to the downside. So we go back to the SPX 500, and we're looking for a 97% downside crash. That's 73, that's 74, that's all the way down here to $400. Okay, if I was born in the 1930s and I told you that the SPX was $11 and that it was going to go all the way to goodness, get this volume profile out of here, and I told you guys that it was going to go all the way to $5,000, you would call me absolutely crazy. It's the SPX is up 70,000%. How much more do you want to make? You want to make another 70,000%? How far does that take you? You want to make another 70,000%, guys? That takes you up to nearly 3.5 million, right? Does that seem reasonable? Does that seem reasonable? Let me go ahead and put this chart off a log. Show you guys. Let's zoom out even further because we're going to have to. So it's 6 months. Okay. Look at this. Just wind up. Parabolic. Big correction on the parabolic here. And wow. So you guys tell me, does it make sense that we crash here and have a bubble pop? Or do you think the SPX is going to go to $3.5 million for another 70,000% gain? I don't think so. I don't think so. This thing's done. So you guys can be the judge of that. Same thing for Bitcoin. It's done. So if you think you're in here in the crypto market and you're like, well, I'm going to get rich off of crypto, and Bitcoin's already up 1,000,000%. Bitcoin's already up 700,000%. And you're like, well, I'll be happy with 100,000%. How far does that take you? How high does Bitcoin need to go? 57 million? Is that fathomable? Do you think that's probable? Seriously ask yourself. Do you think that is probable? The fundamentals are broken. Bitcoin should be exploding like this. The Bitcoin chart should not be rolling over. The Bitcoin chart should be going like this, because every halving, every 4 years, the Bitcoin price gets more and more rare, which means the price should correlate to the rarity. But the price is not correlating to the rarity, and the Bitcoin halvings are showing less and less gains every single time. Big money has already made their money, and it's time to get out. If you made it to the end of this video, congrats, so happy for you. Do yourself a favor and pay yourself if you made money in this market. And if you bought an altcoin in this market, if you bought ICP in this market, and you're like, what the heck, what about my money? Well, joke's on you, man, you don't get any. This was a rug. Just because it's down 97% doesn't mean it can't take on another 97%. Things like this, infinite upside is not plausible. I'm going to leave my donation link for Bitcoin. That's right. I'm going to have a Bitcoin address in my link. If you want to donate to me, great. If you don't, that's cool too. I will still be uploading some videos here for you all to enjoy. But as we are looking for the end of Bitcoin and potentially the bottom of the altcoin markets, because the altcoin markets have taken quite the beating in comparison to Bitcoin, I just want you all to know that you guys all have a fabulous day, and thank you for paying attention to my video. See you next time. Peace.